Hang on. You want this? Settle. Let's go ahead. Good. Be a good boy. Good. Yeah, I know. Good boy. Good boy.
So it's a Saturday, September 7th.
Yeah.
I just finished a bunch of little tasks in the garden. Put my glasses down. And it's time for another walkthrough. I'll just get started, I guess. Okay, these cosmos here finally started blooming, and I'm really enjoying them. The dahlia's not doing so great in that corner. I think they just got stressed when we were away. I think they put up like one bloom since we came back, so it's just something to note. And these sunflowers here, the little munchkin sunflowers, they never really did anything, and I wonder why. And I'm thinking because they're in a bag, in a grow bag. Maybe I didn't water them properly when they were still growing. I'm not really sure, but we'll try again next year. I moved the lemon and the avocado. They kind of stopped growing, especially the lemons. Well, avocado too, it just slowed down. And I moved it here because some of the nights were quite cold, and we're gonna have some cold ones up coming ahead. So I just didn't want them to get the cold from the ground, from the tiles. So for now, they're just enjoying the last remaining few days outside on a table. And then here's the front. The petunia is still super nice. I don't even know why I'm still keeping this geranium. It's been doing this ever since the beginning of summer, ever since I planted it, and I thought it would grow, and it's always just one little tiny leaf. So next year I won't be trying that hard, that's for sure. Oh, this petunia is so nice, and I think I only planted, I'm gonna have to go back and look at it, but it was like one or two only, and it's doing so well. This is my canna, and it is going to bloom. It's still gonna make it. Another thing to note for next year, to start them way sooner than I did this year. And geraniums are gonna have another few blooms. And the kalanchoe, once again, this is the second time that I overwintered it and hoped it will bloom for me in the summertime, and it never did. So I have to do some research and find out why and how to force them or make them bloom. Geraniums, just looking beautiful. A couple more blooms coming up. And then the same petunia, same pretty much setup as the, well, it is just smaller pot as the other side. And this is my canna lily that I overwintered. It was the first one to bloom, and this kind of got bent because it didn't get enough water when we were when we were away. But maybe we'll have another bloom here. We'll see. And then this big one, do I see any blooms coming up? I can't tell other than this. Well, there's one right here. And so this is exciting, and I missed it last time I was recording. So that little, once again, I forget what it is actually blooming for me. There's some more. They're starting to close now. I took some pictures, but like there's one right there. It's actually still growing, which is super awesome. And what a surprise. And the alyssum is giving us another flush of flowers. This canna is gonna have a super huge bloom. I cannot wait. It's getting bigger and juicier as the days go by, so that's awesome. One thing to remember for next year, I don't know if I'm gonna plant these pinks. I still haven't seen one bloom on it, so it's kind of cool and weird looking, but I would enjoy some blooms. This bag was just recently seeded with spinach and coriander, so I see some germination happen, but I think only spinach. I'm not sure, actually. We'll see. And then again, these ground cherries, I'm waiting for some nice and ripe ground cherries. And actually this bachelor button flower, I kind of like how I planted it in the center because it gets supported by the bushy ground cherries on the sides, and it's gonna keeps giving me flowers, which is really cute. So I will try this again, and I know there are different varieties of these, so I'll be on the lookout for those. This geranium, the scented citronella geranium, is giving me some more blooms. And then the zinnia is so pretty. There's like another bloom right there. This one, the pot itself is not very deep, and I planted them quite dense. I just pretty much wanted to finish off the seed pack, so that's why they're just starting to bloom now, and they're kind of densely packed. But and I think that's why the blooms are also so small. But that's okay. They still make me happy. They're still super cute, and there will be more. There is another round of radishes and beets and carrots and lettuce here. This dahlia is still suffering and still here. I just don't have the heart to take it out, but I probably will and put the aster in. But maybe that's gonna be like a next weekend job. Tomatoes, there's some blushing, looking good. The beans, well, I think I mentioned it last week how well this alyssum is doing here. So I was thinking yesterday that maybe next year I'm gonna plant alyssum on this front row of the entire raised box and make sure that I don't have anything that kind of covers it. Although it might be hard because I'm growing so much in the bags and I need to put it somewhere, and this is a prime spot where like it's kind of out of the way. But I really like how it looks, so I would do more alyssum and less nasturtium in the front, and I can do again nasturtiums in the back. Just also gonna depend what we plan in the box. I'll make decisions about that next year. I do like how those nasturtiums and that zinnia in the corner just kind of pops. Gives us pops of red color through all the green. I think that's super cute. So yeah, the sangolds, I can't believe that I actually ate a few of them. We've been just kind of picking them and eating them as we see them ripen. Okay, so then the beans. So my plan is to, because I realized that I haven't really shown any harvest in my videos, which is totally fine because we've just been enjoying our fruit or vegetables and all of the produce from here as we kind of go. But I love the 2 zucchinis that I'm about to harvest and these beans, and so the plan is today, or perhaps it's gonna be tomorrow since it's getting late. I wanted to make breaded zucchini sticks. I did it last week and it was so delicious, and we made it with sriracha. And it was so good. So I was thinking there's a few beans here that I can just throw in a batter as well and see how they turn out. And I think it's gonna be tasty. So yeah, we've already been picking a lot of these. These are the yellow ones. They're super tasty. They're kind of small, like they didn't do super well for me, but I have a few. And then as for the green ones, do I see anything? Yeah, there are a few here. So, and then there's more here. I forgot because I was kind of succession planting these guys. Yeah, there are a few in there. So that's great. The parsley is doing good, which I'm happy about, but I haven't been using a whole lot of it. A whole lot of parsley for some reason. Just didn't have a chance. Or, hi baby monster. Soon we're gonna go. He's getting so anxious because it's getting so late and we have so many things to do. So what currently makes me happy are these bees that are just going nuts. Okay, I can't wait to start eating them. I'm leaving them a little bit more. They almost made it to the top of this obelisk. I'm so happy I got it and I planted some more peas. Oh, and this dahlia, let's see, so pretty. And this one as well. I kind of have it pulled out here because since we came back, I was like, I pulled out the obelisk with the piece because I wanted to rotate it so it gets the sun from the other side that kind of got squashed when we were away, because there were sunflowers and the tree and everything was just kind of put together. So I'm giving it some space right now so they kind of even out. And this dahlia, I just didn't know where else to put at the moment, so I put it here so it gets sun as well, and it's actually enjoying it, so I'm just kind of keeping it. We haven't been coming out here to like sit on the chairs, and we've just been busy and stuff, so it doesn't bother us. Dahlia can be here and give us blooms, and I get to see it from the kitchen, and it makes me happy, and that's what it's all about. So, and some of these calendulas and even these pinks that I got earlier in the summer, like they just keep blooming. Just so pretty. This is just the mangoes that didn't germinate yet or didn't sprout. Just leaving them because I don't remember how long it takes and what's gonna happen. I just cut the grass and I seeded some patches and I ran out of seed. My love still needs to do the weed whacking, so that's why the weed whacker is here. And then, yeah, this is just a pot from the wasps. The evergreen, the cedar, little cedar. So we emptied it, and for now I'm just doing chop and drop and dumping stuff in there, and as well as like the kitchen scraps, and eventually I'll go in a garden wherever I see fit. So that's what that is. Here's the zucchini that I'm gonna harvest. There's one of them, and then there's the other one, and that's what we're gonna be eating as zucchini sticks. The bees have been just kind of doing okay here, I guess. I don't have any that are really exposed to sun, and that might be a mistake that I need to take note of for next year. I've actually been doing a lot of reflecting for what I want to do next year, and one of the things we for sure decided is to triple or quadruple our garlic and our potato, because we've enjoyed it so much. We've just pretty much run out of our garlic already, and we don't have as many potatoes as we would like. We would love more. They're so tasty. So we're gonna have them grow along the side of the house next year, where we can fit more. Is that a spider? No. Oh yeah, there is a spider in there. Anyway, so I'm just like mentally taking notes, but I do want to mention it in these videos because I am gonna watch them in the winter time, and it will help me remember things that by then I probably forget, like little mental notes: do this, don't do that. Like as an example, don't plant pinks anymore, and everything else that I decide to sort of mention along the way. I love these nasturtiums. I didn't have success with cosmos. I didn't have much success with cosmos seedlings when I planted the seeds at home, and they just gonna got stunted. There's one still on the side of the house. We're gonna go there later on, and the rest are just like planted in pots here outside already, and that's why they're so late. I should have way more cosmos, so I'm just gonna need to baby them a little bit more next year and make sure that I do it right and I have flowers sooner, because I really do like cosmos. These beans here, I think they're just not getting enough light, or I'm not sure, or this bag actually, because they're in this bag with the sunflowers, like maybe they just both don't enjoy being stuck together in one bag. Like haven't really given me, I know there's one or two, I know I've seen it, so I'll look for it when I'm harvesting, but didn't do so well. So much powdery mildew on the leaves. I've been cutting off a lot of zucchini leaves as they just get covered in mildew, so I should do this one today too. I missed it somehow. Anyway, I'm just going all over the place, but it's still, I am very happy, and this is the best garden we've had so far in terms of just having a lot of produce, like having a lot of food come out of it, and lots of flowers. Like I've had years when we've had so much flowers, but then usually by like late July I just get so tired. It's my baby. I get so tired and just like over it sort of thing, and by August for sure my garden suffers. And this is the first year that I kept it up, and partly because I'm recording too maybe, and just very excited about just growing food and the whole process. So I'm super happy that that like we're growing all this stuff, and excited already for next year for how we can increase the whole entire production here. And just happy looking around, and I mean, look at those grapes. First year we've had so many grapes. I can't. I have to. Sorry, baby. And they already taste good. So the plan is probably not tonight anymore, but tomorrow we are turning all of them into jelly. This is my baby. My baby is upset because he hasn't gone for checkers yet. Yeah, another thing to note is to get more obelisks. These ones, because I really liked it and I love the price. So one is gonna go here for my sweet peas because they seem to grow really nice here, but they obviously don't have enough support. So we're gonna change that for next year. These blanket flowers just keep blooming. I just finally planted the baby hydrangea cutting at the front, but I had to take out a couple of irises, so I brought them here just because I didn't know where else to put them. So that's why there's 2 irises here, which is a new thing, and just watered it. It's yarrow. It's blooming here. I get to see it from the window, from the inside when I'm stretching in the morning and exercising. It's really cute. And I love how from the inside of our family room I get to see the view of the shed with like the canopy of the grape leaves, and then just like the sweet peas and the yarrow. It's just, I'm gonna miss the view in winter, that's for sure. This one's not blooming. I just deadheaded a bloom, only a single bloom, and that is not doing so well, but I mean, it has some buds here. I think maybe one of the ones that also suffered while we were away. This pink has a couple of buds, but it's like so late in the season. Was it really worth it? Probably not. Oh, and the canna. So this one I bought. This one I got this year. But this one is mine from last year, and it's finally going to give me a bloom, which is very exciting. Okay, and then even clematis is fleshing out a couple of blooms again. So yeah, cut the grass, new patches. I overseeded them and everything, so hopefully they can grow in. This is probably like the last time that I'm doing it this year. But yeah, all because of this child. So innocent. So full of pea. This is looking great. The sunflowers, I was looking into it today when to harvest them, because I noticed like there are seeds in here. I don't know if we're gonna end up like being able to eat them or not, but maybe something will happen out of it. So I guess when this turns all brown, like the stalk on the top, is when I can harvest it. So just waiting for that. And then this cosmos has a lot of buds, so soon we're gonna have flowers. It also suffered when we were away, but I'm trying to keep up with watering. So yeah. Oh yeah, so one note about cosmos. Because my seedlings didn't do well in the spring, I didn't have any to sort of disperse in grow bags and like around the garden. So what I ended up doing is like 3, I think, pots like this, and just threw a bunch of seeds and just had them start here. But because of it, I ended up, and the plan was to then separate it and then put it wherever I want to put it. But because they just started growing in a bag, and it kind of looked like it's meant to just, not a bag, a pot, I just kind of left it like that, and I ended up with like 3 pots of cosmos that just kind of got moved around and like keeps drying out, and then it's, you know, I water it, but it suffers, you know, just gets, you know, it's a setback. And I think because of that is why I don't have so many blooms. So again, next year I need to grow them in like individual plugs, even if I seed it straight outside. I'm not gonna do it in a pot unless I decide I want a pot or two. But other than that, I'm gonna do it in like the plug tray, so that then I can disperse it and plant it wherever I want. Because I just never did it once they were in pots like that. So just like a lot of explaining. This is once again another long video, but I'm trying to sort of remember all these things that I want to remember. Sunflower. Anyway, moving along. This is looking cute. It's gonna look even better once it's all established next year, and I can add more plants if we're still here, which we still might be. We'll see. Same thing with the sunflowers. The 2 big ones are still not blooming, but this one, so I love the view from the kitchen. I have like these yellow and orange flowers on the bottom, and then I see this yellow little guy, and then they were a little bit more yellow last few days. Now they're really drying that, but it's just this pop of yellow here makes me happy. So I think for next year I'm still gonna do it, but I need to figure out a way to give it more light. Like what helped is when we were away, because I pulled this entire pot and I put it in the middle of the backyard so it gets watered, and because of that it actually got more light than it would have if it stayed here. And for that reason I have this bloom now, and the other one, it grew so much faster. So perhaps I need to do some moving around this pot next summer so that it gets more light and I have something else here, and just kind of like switch them up. I don't know. It sounds like a lot of work. This is still good, doing good. I'm not enjoying it as much as I did earlier this year. I don't know. The petunia and the like, they're all beautiful, but I feel like these zinnias are just kind of like washed out looking, especially next to the white yarrow. I love this. This looks like a bouquet to me. I mean, it's okay, but I'll do something different next year probably. I didn't know what colors of zinnias will go where, because it's all planted from seed and it's just a mix, right? So just turned out to be the way it turned out to be. Nasturtiums bonanza. I kind of like clipped some with the lawnmower as I was going through. It looked a little bit bushier on the bottom there prior to me mowing, but it's alright. I don't think there's any peppers because, oh, there's like one baby here, because we've picked so many. And then today we were on a pickling frenzy, and my love decided to pull whatever he could out so he can pickle it. So they all went into jars of pickle. Oh, and so what I saw oh no, something's eating it. What? That was gonna... Okay, there's another one under. I wonder if that was him. I'm gonna have to ask. Oh well, that was gonna be my blackberry. And the plums are still hard, so they're still here. There's only a few, but we'll probably just eat them fresh. But they're here. They're still doing well. This pot like turned out great because it's such kind of like a dark corner, and then these jewels of zinnias are pretty. I should have done a better job trimming all that dry nasturtium. So nice and vibrant. All right, moving on. It's still looking good. It's looking more tired, that's for sure, after like a whole season, but it still makes me so happy. This baby. Silo, in or out? Come outside. Good boy. Good boy, baby. We're gonna go soon. We're gonna go soon, I promise. I know. I know, baby. We're gonna go. I promise. I promise we're gonna go. Okay. Oh, so the baby sunflower is next to the begonias, which are still doing so well and blooming. And I love, once again, I love my spider plant there. And then nasturtiums peeking. And then I had to cut away most of the bachelor button in this pot because it got pretty dry. Like there's not a whole lot of soil in there. But whatever was left decided to bloom some more, so that's great. And then more of the zinnia mix. And then these are the only cosmos that are in the soil, and they're gonna give me quite a few blooms. They're definitely like doing the best because they're right in the garden, in the soil. And so the funny thing is, I'm starting to like the coleus, and this one is actually starting to give me a bloom. And I think this one too actually is just a little bit more behind. But yeah, I like it. This one is pretty much done. The sweet pea, it has another bloom here, but yeah, pretty much done. The spider plant is doing good. Yeah, so I'm imagining way more bags of potatoes and garlic going along either side. I don't know. I can't have anything there because that's the vent from the dryer, but wherever we can fit it, because we want more potato and especially more garlic. So that's what's gonna happen. I just noticed that this guy is not doing so well, and I think it's just lack of water, so I watered it. Here, ladies and gentlemen, pesky squirrel decided to stash a bunch of cones in my philodendron, so I'm leaving it for now. It's okay. It's okay. Hostas are doing well. The spider plant is doing well. Oh, the spider plants are doing well. For spider plants, they always do well. Same with hostas. I chopped off a lot of kale leaves that were just there was a lot of bug damage and just dryness from like when we were away again, but it looks like this is gonna bounce back, especially now that we're gonna have a little bit colder weather. So this is where I put my hydrangea. So here's a look at this little guy. I got some more soil and I put some bone meal in there as well, and then I a few squirts of the rooting liquid, whatever it is. So hopefully she's gonna make it. I'm gonna try and stay on top of the watering here, and hopefully next year she's gonna get bigger. I'm gonna have to remember to mulch her real good too. And then today I noticed how dry these two hydrangeas were. The leaves were kind of droopy, so I kind of watered it, and when I'm finished with this recording, I'm gonna run a sprinkler everywhere in the front and in the back, so because we've had some hot days here and pretty warm nights too, so no wonder. But everything is looking good here. Nothing special to point out other than the beautiful hydrangeas, of course. These ones have kind of gone over into the pinks and darker colors, except this one. This is when I love it. I love when it's just in this color. So I'm really gonna enjoy watching that in winter when it was still all white. But it's doing good. And the dahlia here ended up with a pinky burgundy one here at the front. And then this is doing good too, but I definitely will think of something else to plant for next year, just because it was too much of a long wait for this to happen. So yeah, that grass over there needs water. So what I noticed today is that I don't remember buying seeds of these nasturtiums in this color. I must have, because it was definitely not something I had last year, I don't think. I really don't know anymore, but I'm really liking this mix. I don't know how this happened. I honestly don't know. And so I really like nasturtiums here. They're just kind of tolerating this pot the most out of anything I ever planted in these 2 pots, and hopefully next year we're gonna the Shasta daisy is gonna come back, and the hostas. Obviously this one suffered. There was like a lot of ants in this pot, but hopefully they'll come back for next year. And yeah, just a little bit of pop color. Actually, when the Shasta daisies were blooming, it did look nice, but it will be nice to have a little bit more pop of color here. So I'll think of something for next year if we're still here. So yeah, the garage is always open. My love always doing something in the garage. I don't know what that bag of garbage is. No clue. Has to go. Geranium's still doing good, especially the other one. So I'm just gonna come around. This one still doing good. That's why they're one of my favorite flowers. And lastly, just been doing chop and drop of all these tomato leaves, because I'm trying to expose as many tomatoes as I can. Last week when I was finishing it up, there was even a zucchini, but I don't think there were female blooms. Anyway, last week when I was recording it, my phone ran out of memory, and the video just got stopped. So that's what happened with the video last week. But somehow today I managed to be like only 31 minutes. Not bad. This is like one of the fastest videos. Anyway, lots of tomatoes here, so they can just still stay here. I'm glad I didn't throw out these seedlings, because that was like a possibility. I didn't have any hope for it. This was just like 1% chance they survive, 99% chance they don't. And I just still can't believe that they did. And the same for the cosmos. Need more color here, that's for sure. But I mean, for something that was gonna get thrown away and composted, I'm happy I kept it, and I'm happy I have some color here. I harvested some leaves of this comfrey as well. So yeah, so that's it. Hi baby, hi baby monster. Yes. Oh my goodness. Hi baby monster. I'm coming around and we're gonna go soon, baby. We're gonna go soon. Yes, I'm coming around. All right, let's just go to the back and end this video. Another one done. I can't believe it's September, and I'm pretty sure week after week now there will be less and less in the garden. Hi baby, now he's here. Oh, I love him so much. So this is probably the last tour or walk and talk in the garden. Hi baby, I know, I'm happy too. Back. Good boy baby. Probably one of the last ones, if not the last one, with all this green here. Just take it all in. Take it all in. Oh my goodness, what a handsome boy. All right, until next week.